Hello, I'm Jeff Bennett, and I'm the owner of Thrive Analysis Group. We're a consulting company that consults NIST compliance, and I also own NISPOM Central, which is responsible for this podcast, as well as selling NISPOM books, training, and other products to help facility security officers, train facility security officers, and security staff, and help companies, clear defense contractors just like you, maintain NISP compliance. And again, some of these FSOs that I am reaching out to, some of you are full-time FSOs with career choices of becoming security individuals dedicated to developing security programs to protect classified information, but many of you are facility security officers as an appointed role. Your career C-suite officers or chief engineers or research and development folks or even human capital or human resources with that additional FSO tasking in your umbrella. And I'm here to help you as well. If you need any assistance with conducting FSO tasks for your company or want to shed some of your tasks that you need to do, please consider us for outsourcing. We'll also help you develop a security program that is more than one FSO deep. For example, if your FSO is an appointed employee and they get a job somewhere else or get promoted and move out, what do you do next? And so we help companies that find themselves in that position, and we do an FSO rescue, FSO rehab, or helping you develop a program that will be sustained past an FSO that is leaving and going on to other adventures and still have a program in place once they leave. And again, if you're interested in that, please consider contacting me. Our contact information is in the show notes here. Okay, so today's training session is what kind of security training should facility security officers give to uncleared employees? Better yet, should they give training to uncleared employees? The National Industrial Security Program Operating Manual requires cleared employees or employees with facility or personnel security clearances to be trained on NISPOM compliance. And this training is called Initial Security Training and Annual Security Awareness Training. They can be the same training event, but before a person is granted access to classified information, they must receive an initial security briefing. Additionally, every year after that, these employees must receive refresher training. And again, you can use the same contents, but NISPOM has mandated topics for this security training. One is the Threat Awareness Security Briefing that includes Insider Threat Program. So that's one of the topics. Counterintelligence Awareness Briefing. Overview of the Security Classification System. Employee reporting obligations and requirements, including insider threat, cybersecurity awareness, and security procedures and duties appointed to the employee's jobs. So you see these 6 requirements are in NISPOM, and there's 6 great topics that should go into that, that's required to go into that initial security training and annual refresher training. So NISPOM requires this for all personnel with a security clearance. But why would you give that to another employee that doesn't have a clearance? Should you include them in this annual security awareness training? And what good is it if you do? And what are the cons if you don't give that training? I just highlighted the 6 topics that are good training for anybody, whether or not they do have a clearance. Though you're not required to provide uncleared employee this type of training, it is a great idea. Many clear defense contractors have multiple levels of uncleared employees that provide some kind of support, some type of resources to the organization. And it may be a good idea to include them in this NISPOM training. In larger organizations, these employees work in shipping, receiving, maintenance, human resources, or other areas where clearances are not required. But as part of that team, they may need to be aware that classified information is being worked on and what to do with that classified information, and maybe they can even be part of the security program even though they don't have a security clearance. How? By briefing them of those topics, they can be aware of the security information that is there and what to do if there's a security violation. So, should an uncleared employee ever have access to classified information? That answer should always be no. Never should an uncleared employee be given access to classified information. If an uncleared employee needs to access a location where classified information is being worked, those of us who know understand that these employees would need an escort, and everybody would be aware that classified information is being worked on and that uncleared people are in the area, whether they're doing maintenance, whether they're doing cleanup. The employees working on classified information must understand that they're in the area and that they must hide their classified information. And uncleared employees being trained properly would know that they should not have access to that classified information and understand that they have rules that they should follow. This also applies to those who are escorting uncleared people. Escorts should understand what uncleared people cannot have access to and make sure they steer them clear of these areas. Sometimes classified information is delivered to the wrong recipient. Absent-minded clear employees may leave classified information out on a printer or in commons areas on top of their microwave or even on their desks and leave them unattended as they go to meetings, as they go take a break, or whatever. If unclassified information is left out, people may look at it and access classified information in an unauthorized manner. It's bad enough the employee forgot the information. That's a security violation in itself. Determining that an uncleared person read that classified information is also another matter. An FSO with a properly trained uncleared employee staff may have an easier time investigating whether or not classified information is compromised or whether or not somebody read it. A properly trained employee would recognize what is classified and report it and not even open it up to take a look at what's inside. So this training to an uncleared employee will make them knowledgeable of being able to identify national security information, or NSI. An uncleared employee should understand that unauthorized distribution of classified information affects national security. Right? That's why we have those levels: confidential, secret, and top secret. Unauthorized access could cause various levels of damage to national security if it happens. The properly trained uncleared person would understand not to read any unattended or try to access that classified document, or they could identify themselves as an uncleared person before a cleared employee begin their classified investigation, and so that they could help understand what happened and rest assured that uncleared person did not access that information. The other part is they would understand what classified information looks like. How would you recognize that as classified information? They have markings on the top and the bottom that identifies it as classified information, as cover sheets, markings, and other easily identified features. However, an untrained person may not recognize what those features are, but giving uncleared employees education to understand what it looks like will prevent prying eyes from seeing something they are not authorized to see. The next topic is what to do if they come across classified information. Again, they can't have access. Now, the next part is, now that they understand damage to national security and what classified information looks like, now they can understand what to do once they come across, or if they come across classified information that is unattended. Now, the markings help them identify the classification level, what is classified, and who classified it. The internal controls would identify that the uncleared employee, what they should do if coming across that unclassified document or classified item. The quick answer is notify your security team, notify the facility security officer. So an FSO who trains uncleared employees about what classified information is can rest assured at least they know what to do if they come across it. Using the above training tips can help prepare the FSO for the self-inspection process, as well as training and interviewing those uncleared personnel as part of their self-inspection process. The Defense Counterintelligence and Security Agency has oversight over cleared contractors that operate under the NISPOM, and they provide a self-inspection handbook for NISP contractors. And they have sample questions in that handbook that will guide you through some training topics for your uncleared employees. For example, using the guide as a training agent, some of the questions are included like, What is classified information? How would you know if something is classified? If you found unprotected classified information, what would you do? Have you ever heard classified information being discussed? Have you ever came into possession of classified materials? How? So these are good questions to train your employees to be able to answer. So as you build your security program to protect classified information, don't forget your uncleared employees. They can be the missing link to preventing unauthorized disclosure. Now, if you ever need assistance with your self-inspection program or putting training together, I know these require a lot of hours. And again, that FSO who wears many hats may outsource self-inspections or outsource training development. We have products and we have services available to conduct self-inspections for you and provide that training that you need. Clear defense contractors are required to provide security training as well as insider threat training, in some cases controlled unclassified information training and derivative classifier information training is required, and we have those products as well. Good luck on your training. Remember to invite your uncleared employees to that training to bring more depth into your training program that's designed to protect classified information. We'll catch you on the next video, and I hope that you will like our video and subscribe to it.